Good evening, kia ora koutou. It's me, Max, here from the Black Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, the first All Black squad of this year has just dropped on the breakdown. It was named about 15 minutes ago, so this is a totally unscripted video. These are just my raw thoughts, and let's jump right into it because I'm so excited to explain my thoughts on this team to you guys. So first off, the hookers were no surprise. It's Dane Coles, Asafo Aumua, and Cody Taylor. Taylor's clearly the first choice. Coles is the old boy, teaching the young fella Aumua a few lessons, and it's no surprise to see the three of those hookers in there. Then when we get to the props, a big winner is George Bower. He was appearing to be the fourth choice last year, but with Joe Moody injured, he finally gets a chance, so good on him. He's been grinding for years. He played so many years as an amateur athlete. He even did a shoot with the All Blacks as an actor where they were just tackling him for practice or something, and now he's finally an All Black himself, just like he was last year. But this time it's going to be different because he's going to get his first cap. Another big winner is Ethan Degroot from the Highlanders. He's a loose head prop that's only 22 years old, so this is awesome for depth building. I think Degroot had a great season for the Highlanders this year, and I feel sorry for Ollie Norris and Aiden Ross though, because they were really pushing Degroot, but man, massive congratulations to Ethan Degroot, and well done. His family are going to be in tears right now. Nepo Laulala, no surprise to see him in there. He's one of the best props in the world, and Tyrell Lomax has retained his place because Offa-Tu'ungafasi unfortunately just had surgery, so he's not going to be available for the mid-year tests. He might be able to feature in the Bledisloes though, so that will be top notch. Angus Ta'avale's recall though, rubbish. Ta'avale's in his early 30s. You've got to build depth, like they've done with the loose heads. They've got Degroot in there at 22. So why are they recalling Ta'avale, who's 14 tests and just very not young? I just don't understand the call behind Angus Ta'avale's recall, but hey, he's going to be very happy, and I'm stoked for him personally. Now with Carl Tuinukuafi, no surprises on that either. Then when we get to the locks, no uncapped players. It's Scott Barrett. Brodie Retallick has come back from Japan, so that'll be very exciting for a lot of Chiefs fans out there. We've then got Patrick Tuipulotu, the Blues captain, who came back from injury just in time. Tupa Va'a is going to learn a lot off Brodie Retallick and Scott Barrett as well, and he's just going to keep growing. It's going to be great for him to keep working with Barrett, Tuipulotu and Retallick, and most importantly, the captain, Sam Whitelock. Wow, who could have guessed that? Seriously though, it's awesome to have him as the skip because he got robbed of the job last year. The annoying thing about it to me is though, there's not really a lot of depth building going on for a future All Black captain, so soon I'm going to make a video touching on a future captain because Whitelock is 32 years old, so it is getting on a bit. So if Fozzie wants Whitelock to be the captain, just strip Sam Cane of it because you can't have, this old guy getting elevated this late in his career, you know what I mean? Then with the loose forwards, another big winner is Ethan Blackadder. Ethan Blackadder's had quite a lot of injuries since he made his Crusaders debut all the way back in 2018, the second year of Scott Robertson's career as their coach. Blackadder's very versatile. He can actually play 8 and 6. And I think Blackadder's a very strong guy. I just wasn't really picking him for the All Blacks because I felt his body was a bit injury prone. I was looking for the likes of Hugh Renton, the likes of even Reed Prinsep. I was looking for maybe a Sami Penifenau as a bolter, but hey, Blackadder's family's going to be stoked. His dad, Todd, is a former All Black captain, so well done. It's another All Black with a former All Black as a father. Shannon Frizzell, although he's got a knee injury, has been picked, so hopefully he's going to be fit soon. Akira Ioane's in there, which is no surprise, as the Māori All Blacks did not pick Akira Ioane. As soon as I read that squad, I was like, yep, Akira Ioane in the All Blacks. We've then got Luke Jacobson having a recall. Jacobson's had quite a lot of concussions in his very short career, but he stepped in as Chiefs captain in one of the Trans-Tasman games this season, and I was very happy for the guy because after a lot of injuries, it's nice for the guy to get some settled game time, especially at number 8 where he's been a massive enforcer for our homeboys. Dalton Papali is in there, no surprise. He's going to be massive, and I'd put him straight into 7 to keep Artie Savia, who has been named at 8. Hoskins Satutu is also back, and he was one of the best players in Super Rugby this year, so I hope Hoskins Satutu can keep developing, as he's still only 22, so imagine how good he's going to be at, say, 26, 27, it's going to be frightening. Then with the halfbacks, it's Aaron Smith and Brad Weber, but TJ Perenara isn't actually eligible just because he dropped out of his contract from this Super Rugby season. Because he skipped Super Rugby this season, and it wasn't in the clause he signed all the way back in 2017, he's not eligible right now, so TJ Perenara is going to have to play a bit of the Mitre 10 Cup, which has now been renamed to the Bunnings NPC. I nearly forgot to explain my thoughts on Finlay Christie as well, guys. I think Finlay Christie was working really hard over many years, and it's awesome to see him finally get a regular gig at the Blues because he's been somewhat of a journeyman so far in his career. He went from the Chiefs to the Hurricanes to not debuting to the Blues midway through last year. Now he's finally a regular starter. He's finally getting solid game time. So man, he must be stoked, especially since he was born in Scotland, and I thought they were going to call him up any day now. Well done to Finlay Christie. Then with the first fives, it's seriously so disappointing. Otedi Black has not been named, so he's now going to Japan, and Richie Mo'unga and Bowden Barrett, who I do not consider a first 5, are the only first 5s that Fozzie and Plumtree have named, and we really need a third choice. Just get on with it and pick one, guys. It's getting quite frustrating that we don't have a third choice first 5 right now. There's then the centres. So a big winner for the centres is Quinn Tupaia. He's a big boy. He's still 22 and he's just huge. I've said in previous videos that I don't think he's really ready for Super Rugby, but now he's improved a lot this season, and so that was really good to watch. He came back from injury just at a perfect time, and I think 22 is a good age to be capped. It's his second season of Super Rugby, so he's not this real loose kid who's not really sure what he's doing as a pro athlete. Goodness me, sorry about the mic there. Hope that came out right. Anyway, Rico Ioane, ALB, both there, even though ALB's had an elbow surgery, so I really hope that he's going to be fit and firing for the third test. But because ALB's injured, it's going to provide Quinn Tupaia with a great experience, and he's probably going to make his debut. Now, David Heville and Braden Ennor have both got recalls as well in the midfield, and I'm so happy for David Heville because I really rate the guy. 4 years ago is when he played his last test. Only played 5 games in 2017, and only 3 of them were tests. And how amazing for him. He's worked so hard to get a recall, and he must just be buzzing. And with the outside backs, I thought it was going to be a lot more unpredictable, but the outside backs have actually been somewhat of a safe bet, surprisingly. They've gone with Geordie Barrett, George Bridge, Will Jordan, Sevu Reece, and Damian McKenzie, so they're obviously looking for McKenzie to slot in as a third choice first 5. This might be quite frustrating for the likes of Jonah Nareki and Salesi Rayasi, though, because George Bridge has not played a lot this season, and he is starting to get to the age where wingers start dropping off. So I hope they're taking a good gamble with Bridge there, and I hope he's back from injury soon to prove us all wrong, because he has been in the wars lately, so fingers crossed everything's going to go well for him. Geordie Barrett I'm happy to see there. He'll be starting at 15, no doubt. And Sevu Reece is definitely having a better year than last year, so fair enough on that selection. So overall, those are my thoughts on the 2021 squad for the mid-year tests against Tonga and Fiji. They're going to be very exciting games, and both teams involved in either of the 3 tests are going to score a lot of points. It's going to be awesome. Comment your thoughts on the squad down below, guys. Let me know how you feel on some of these uncapped players and Sam Whitelock as the captain. Please also feel free to like, subscribe, and have a yarn with me on Instagram. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks so much for supporting the channel and watching. Cheers.